Good morning. So we're going to do breakfast and a story. Well, you're not going to be here for breakfast. I will be. But we've placed our order at Maria's, and I'm going to tell you guys a story and then go have my breakfast while they're fixing it. I'll chat with y'all. I'm also going to show you guys there's a cool mural down here that I don't think I've shown y'all. So I will do that. First, I have to brag on myself and give a shout out to someone. So you see, I accessorized. So proud of myself. So I have a tip from my cabbie stylist, Jody. What's going on with the bangs? That's better. Jody says you always need a third piece, right? So you got your top, your bottom, and then a third piece. So a scarf, bold piece of jewelry, necklace, bracelet, something like that. So I actually thought about this morning and picked something out, a third piece. So, and I put on lipstick, making an effort for y'all. You're welcome. All right, so today I'm going to tell you a story about one of my clients, and hopefully with that illustrate a little bit about what I do that is different from other weight loss programs. Like, there are ways to lose weight that are cheaper than working with me, let's be honest. But you're not going to get the secondary benefits that you will get from working with me. So before we get into that, let me see if I can show y'all. Whoop, there we go. You see, oh, let me zoom. Oh, it does. See the mural across the street? Let me get out of the road so I don't get run over. Let me unzoom. Oh, does it not unzoom? Anyway, I'll get closer because I don't think you guys got a very good view. But yeah, so it's not, yes, clients pay me to help them lose weight, and therefore I want them to lose weight. They do lose weight, right? You got to have your clients get what they paid for, or you don't get a lot of repeat customers. Remember, with my program, the way it's set up now, you're only committing a month at a time. So, right, I've got some incentive to make sure people get results. See if I can show you guys this tip. There you go. See, those are not actually windows. It's a mural. It's cute, right? They're making an effort down here. All right, so tell you about some secondary benefits. So yes, clients are losing weight, but because of the way we lose weight, there's all these secondary benefits that come up as well. So I teach over the 16-week program, commit monthly, renew if you choose to. If you finish the whole program, you get a money-back guarantee for up to a year. Something funny happened with the lighting. There we go, that's better. So secondary benefits. Yes, every week clients come in and the first thing we do is a weekly check-in and we coach. So what went well? What did not go well? What do they want to do differently going into the next week? And when they start talking about what did not go well, that's where we always find some thoughts. And those of you that have studied law of attraction, you know what you think about, you bring about. So I always help them identify those thoughts that are tripping them up in their weight loss. If they believe things like, everybody in my family is heavy, I'm just doomed to be heavy, I'm addicted to sugar and I can't stop. Those kind of thoughts we really work on with the coaching, and we help them see, okay, how is this thought affecting your mood, affecting your action, and people can kind of start to see the consequences of the thoughts. The second piece that we get into, in addition to a weekly teaching topic every week, so we do coaching, weekly teaching topic, and then I'm teaching them the skills of thought management, also emotional management. So they start to learn that, like, if I'm bored, I can just feel boredom. I don't necessarily have to go get a snack. If I'm, lonely, I can just feel lonely. I don't necessarily have to go get a cookie. And then the third piece is a lot of nervous system management. A lot of my clients are very stressed out. They may not be consciously aware of it, but they're really in fight or flight. They're very anxious. They're very stressed out. They've got a lot going on. And so if we can bring them down, right, like bring them out of fight or flight help them calm down, relax a little bit. That lowers your cortisol, which cortisol causes belly fat, which is, I always say, it's the least cute form of fat, right? So they're getting a concept every week. We're building these skills. And so the thing about that is, yes, of course, they do lose weight. That's what they come for. You got to give your clients what they come for, or you won't have much of a business. But those skills carry over into other aspects of life. When you start to realize, okay, I can manage my thoughts, I can manage my emotions, I can manage my nervous system. That doesn't just apply to weight. That applies to your relationships with your family. That applies to how you show up at work. So a lot of times by the time they finish my 4-month program, my clients' experience of their lives has completely changed. So yes, they've lost some weight, and also, right, they're having just a better time being alive. They're having a better marriage. They're showing up better for their kids, advocating for them, being better parents. They're better employees. They're showing up at work better. They're getting along with their coworkers better. There's so much more going on. So perfect example of this, one of my clients, her name is Christy, and she had a belief that her coworkers didn't like her. And so, this was causing her to be very stressed out. She had a lot of digestive issues. She'd ended up in the hospital, which I don't have scientific proof, but I really believe it was all connected to having such an unhappy work situation. So we talked about this a little bit. The place where she showed up to work was just a very social work environment, and her coworkers used to always want to hang out together. They'd go out to dinner Friday night, spend a lot of time hanging out, and she just didn't want to do that, right? She's like, I'm here to do my job and get my paycheck. I already have friends. I don't want to, spend my Friday nights with y'all, no offense. So we talked about, she had this belief her coworkers didn't like her. And I said, is there any chance that they think that you don't like them? And she was just like, right? Like mind blown. And so she pulled aside her one little friend at work the next day and kind of asked her, she's like, do you think maybe they think I don't like them and that's why they're being weird towards me? And her little friend is like, well, maybe. So she was like, you know what? I'm going to decide that I like my coworkers, right? She had the belief they didn't like her, but she actually didn't have a problem with them. She just didn't want to spend her weekends with them. So she's like, I'm just going to have the belief I like my coworkers. And that shifted the way, and that maybe, it was possible for them to like her. That shifted the way she showed up. If you believe you like your coworkers and it's possible for them to like you, then you're going to be more pleasant, more agreeable, more laid back, less stressed out, less anxious. And then, of course, right, people's perception of you is inside their own head, but you are definitely a circumstance in their lives. So the way you show up is a factor in how they think of you, right? So she started showing up more relaxed, more smiling, more pleasant, more agreeable, more helpful. Well, then of course they started to like her more, right? So you get this, instead of this downward spiral, you get this upward spiral, this virtuous circle. So now things are going better for her at work. She's less stressed out. She's less anxious. And so, she didn't come to me for advice on how to get along with her coworkers. She came to me to lose weight. But in finding that thought error of my coworkers don't like me and addressing that, then she's less stressed out, which means fewer stress hormones, which means less cortisol, which means less belly fat, right? Like it's all interconnected. So you get out of fight or flight, the blood starts to come out of your extremities and back into your core. This helps with things like thyroid, digestion, a lot of these issues that women have in, sort of modern times. So it's all interconnected. It's all related. And this is something that, you can lose weight however you want. I'm not mad. If Weight Watchers works for you, do Weight Watchers. It's not a problem. But I will say you might want to come and work with me for a couple of months after you finish Weight Watchers, because everybody I know that does Weight Watchers does it more than once. So it's not really addressing the root cause of the issue, right? So lose your weight with Weight Watchers. Awesome. Then come and work with me and I will help you make the changes that Weight Watchers does not help you make, so that weight loss is sustainable, right? So you're not on a diet and then off a diet. You're just a person who eats in a way that is healthy. Speaking of which, it looks like Darren's got his breakfast. So I'm going to scamper back down, have my breakfast. Got an omelet, Greek omelet, so it's got sausage and some good veggies, spinach, tomato, and instead of potatoes and toast, I did fruit. All right, talk to you later. Bye.